Hello, friends. Let me know if you can hear me. Obviously, I know you can't see me, but let me know if you can hear me and everything is good. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Zypher, good afternoon. Nope, Def can't hear you at all. Okay, great. Gonna have to restart the stream. Goodbye. Mariah, Ryan, hello, welcome to the stream. Canoe? Oh my goodness, why am I so horrible at pronouncing usernames? Kanani City. Super excited for this expansion. Wondrous Creatures is my current fave. Thanks so much for taking the time to stream this. It's always a treat. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it. Wondrous Creatures is also one of my current favorites. I am currently just about finished and just about to start filming my top 100 games of all time. And little spoiler for those of you that are watching this right now, Wondrous Creatures is pretty high on that list. I really enjoy this game, so yes. Brian, thank you so much for using your Prime and being subscribed for 9 months. That's wild. Welcome to the stream, friends. Hopefully you guys are doing well. I have a scrunchie, but I don't know if I'm going to need it. We will see. I feel like my hair might get in the way. My hair is actually getting extremely long. Look at how long it's getting. We got a lot of hair. And I actually don't think I'm going to cut it, because I actually have been liking having a lot of hair. Anyways, question is, where's Catan on that list? It's actually my new number one. Surprise! I absolutely love Catan. Which actually, fun fact, I do actually like Catan. Catan, I kind of go back and forth with the way that I pronounce it, but audio is good. Thank you so much. Hey, looking forward to this one, Jade. Hello, welcome. Yeah, I'm also looking forward to this. I am gonna hop right into it very soon because also, is my camera dark? Do you guys think I should put the... Nah, it's fine. But yeah, I have a feeling that this game is going to take me a little bit longer. I have streamed just the base game of Wondrous Creatures before. And I forget how long that one was. I think it was just over 2 hours for me to stream that. TMY, welcome to the stream. How are you? How's it going? Is it like how you say bagel? Well, according to everybody, I just say bagel wrong all the time. Which, fun fact, I actually have a beanie, or a toque, as we say here in Canada, that says bagel on it. Stacy Everdell bought it for me, and it's the best gift I've ever received. She just randomly found a bagel toque. So funny. There's not a real pronunciation. It's a made-up word, but I pronounce it Canon IH City. Gotcha. Canon. How do you pronounce IH? Canon City. Canon City. Welcome to the stream. Is that okay? Hello, Kelly. Welcome to the stream. Happy Canada Day, by the way, to any Canadians. Which is kind of funny that we're talking about how I pronounce things funny. Because a lot of words that I pronounce funny, most of the time is because I'm Canadian. And we pronounce things slightly different here. That is like saying I like burgers. Spoilers, Red Robin is in my top 100 and high. Fun fact, I've never had Red Robin before. But do they have really good burgers? Because that's what I'm getting from that. That's obviously sarcasm. Yeah, Canadians. They're pretty good. Oh, okay. I don't know if that's sarcasm or not. All right. So anyways, friends, we are playing Wondrous Creatures, which I have streamed before, but today I'm going to be playing with the new Winterfall expansion, which I've actually had this for a while and I've played it quite a few times multiplayer already, but this is my first time playing it solo, which I'm very excited. I haven't played Wondrous Creatures in a bit solo, but I'm actually surprised. But to be honest, I don't really get bigger games like this to the table solo often, so I always use live streaming as like a good excuse, and a good motivation is probably a better word for me to get bigger games to the table. So yeah. Hello, Brian. Welcome. Long time no see. Okay, so we're going to get right into this. I have already, in Wondrous Creatures, you get 8 cards at the beginning of the game, and then you discard down to 4. So I've already done that. I've discarded down to 4, and we are going to get right into this. So this is everything here. I do want to give you guys like a quick, I'm not going to go over how the solo mode of just Wondrous Creatures plays in general. You'll kind of be able to see as we play. But I did want to chat about all of the new things that the new expansion brings. So the new expansion actually just dropped today, so you can purchase it. I do believe that it's been up for like pre-order and stuff on some of like the online board game stores for a while, but you will now slowly see it coming into board game stores, in retail, and then if you have pre-ordered it, it should be fulfilling very soon, and then you can obviously go and purchase it on the Bad Comet Games website now. So yeah, huge shout out to Bad Comet Games for sending over the review copy. This is not a sponsored stream. They just simply sent the review copy to me. I've been playing it. I've been enjoying it. And I wanted to show you guys the solo mode on the day that it released. So we're going to get right into this. No sarcasm on them being good. Okay. So I guess I need to go and try Red Robin. But I've never had Red Robin before, but obviously, like, I know what Red Robin is. It's not actually, like, a specifically burger joint, is it? Like, is it one of those restaurants that you go and sit down and there's, like, a bunch of different things? You can get, like, pasta and steak and burgers and ribs. Like, is it that kind of thing, or does it focus mainly on burgers? If you win, you have to do the Viking row. What is that? What is the Viking row? The Mighty Bear. There are multiple things, but they are majority gourmet burgers. Oh, okay. Good to know. I might have to go and try Red Robin whenever I'm in the US next, which is actually Gen Con, which I'm very excited about. All right, so the first thing that the expansion adds, there's actually like a bunch of different things that the expansion adds. One of my personal favorite things is the fact that it adds a bunch of things to the map that kind of brings in more interesting things to the map. Because in the base game of Wondrous Creatures, you're really just going to the map to get more resources, and you're also going there to get more of these cards. And then also sometimes you're going to be able to do some extra actions with your nets, as well as collect the different eggs with your nets. So what they've added here is, first, you are going to add a few of these like wild resource spots. You're going to have a Winterfall prelude card, which a bunch of them come in the base game. And you're simply just going to draw one of these. And this is going to tell you where you're going to place snowflakes, which I'll get into, and then also where those 2 wild resource spots are. And then that's going to be different for every game, because you're going to just pick a random prelude card from that stack there. And you're going to add those there. And then additionally, like I said, you're going to add snowflakes above here, because one of the new things, let me see if I can remember. There we go. Perfect. One of the new things here is snowflakes. Whenever you gain a card from a certain spot, if there are any snowflakes above that card, you are going to gain those snowflakes. And snowflakes are basically whoever has the most at the end of the game is going to get victory points, because we have some additional objectives on top of the achievements that we already have. So if we go to, no, that's not the right spot. Is this the right spot? There we go. We have here some new objectives. The objectives are another thing that I really enjoy in the expansion. The fact that in the base game, you had these cards that had printed on icons of the different species, but now in the expansion, you have all of the tokens. So at the beginning of the game, you're going to be shuffling these up and then creating the 2 pairs and the singles for the objectives. So the objectives are always going to be different combinations, and the like singles are going to be different every time as well. A lot of people said that, you know, as you played Wondrous Creatures more, you always had the same kind of pairings and singles, so it kind of got a little bit boring in that regard. So being able to kind of change up the different combinations here is really nice. Additionally, we also have the new 8th species. I think there's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, this is the 8th species. It is like the winter spirit species. So that is a new kind of set of cards that you're going to have as well. We have those. And we also have these down here, right here. So these are achievements. These are projects, which achievements are going to be achieved throughout the game, whereas the projects here are going to be at the end of the game. You are going to gain victory points if you're the person that has the most of these specific things. So for this game, we have the birds, the primates, and then like I said, we have the snowflakes here. Oh my gosh. Who's bringing down something? Oh, Miss Penny. Are you bringing down a toy? Did you drop it while you were going down the stairs? Are you okay? Anyways, for these, whoever has the most snowflakes at the end of the game will get 8 victory points. Whoever has the second most will get 3. And then if you have 0, you obviously don't get anything. Primates are the same thing. Birds are the same thing. And then we have our projects or our achievements up here. We have the single, single, double, double. These ones can be achieved at any time on your turn. Like you have to take your turn to achieve these. And basically it's kind of like Arc Nova. So if you decide to achieve it here, you're not going to be able to achieve it at its higher number. So if you want to get to the higher one, you just have to wait and then do it once you hit that. And then these ones here are timed achievements. Whoever is first will get the top. Whoever's the second will get the bottom. There's a little bit of a different way that that works with, or actually these ones here, there's a different way that that works with the AI, but we'll get into that. The game is going to end once all 8 of these trophies are gone. So that's how the game will end. And what other things are new? There are blizzards as well as aurora tiles, which I can move back up to here because you're going to be able to see there's a few different additional things here on this track. Whenever you hit one of these white cards, one of these white cards are going to be flipped, and that is going to add some things to different places. We're going to be adding more snowflakes. I believe we also sometimes add some hills or like mountains. So more of these mountains will show up and cover up some of these beige spots. So yeah, it kind of depends on the card that is drawn. But this one here is a severe snowstorm, so this will add some snowflakes. It'll add some eggs, and then it will also add some blizzard, which players in player order, starting with the person that kind of reveals this, is going to add blizzards onto the map here, which blizzards basically block a spot. It doesn't block a person from being able to, you'll basically add it to one of the habitat spots. If there's a blizzard there and you want to go there, you're going to place, and instead of being able to either receive the resource, that's a weird way to say it. Instead of being able to receive either the resource or the card, you can only choose to gain the card of the matching habitat. And then the blizzard is going to be removed. So that is how blizzards work. Also, when you hit this Aurora spot here, we are going to be placing out these Aurora tiles, which are going to be stronger actions that you can perform, but they're only going to be able to be performed a certain amount of time, and then once those certain amounts are depleted, the Aurora tile is taken off the board. So kind of brings in more stuff there as well. And I believe that is pretty much everything. Some of the new cards, you're going to be able to add blizzards and different things. And I believe, yeah, that is pretty much everything for what the expansion adds. So more stuff for the map, new species, new cards. We also have some new characters. I am playing Freya, which Freya is a character from the base game. But this is her like snowy version. And basically once I have my special ability unlocked, I'm going to be able to, each time my captain is placed, gain victory points based off of the total eggs that I have, either hatched or unhatched, which I guess we're taking a egg strat in this game, which I am not against. We love eggs, and I usually take an egg strat in this game anyways, so. All right. Hair is going up. We mean business. I am going to be the first player, and then when it's the AI's turn, I'm simply just going to flip over one of their cards. That's going to tell me what the AI is going to do on their turn. They are going to be doing different things. They're going to be placing out their little guys here and getting different achievements at certain points based off of their icons that they have here on the map. They're going to be moving down this track here, which the last time that I played this, I played the lazy Tingent, which is the most like simple of the solo AIs. So I went one up, and we are now playing the easygoing Tingent. And I was initially going to play the wild Tingent, which is like the middle. Another thing that the expansion adds is it adds one more additional, even more difficult. It's called the Nightmare Tingent. It's like the 5th and most difficult solo AI. So, yes. You played as Freya in your stream of the base game as well. I did. I know. And I think I mentioned it in that stream as well, but it's because my niece's name is Freya, which, crazy, she is now in high school, which makes me feel very old. She's now in, I believe, grade 9. I think she just went into high school this year, but she might be in grade 10, but I think she's in grade 9. Absolutely wild. I am starting to feel old. The 3 kind of timed achievements that I have here are 8 cards in my tableau that are not instant cards. So instant cards are the brown ones. So I'm going to be trying to get other types of cards. We have 3 of the same egg and then 3 of the same egg of a different species. So we're going to be working on getting 2 sets of 3 species. And then this one here is having 2 of the same of 6 different species. So I'm going to be trying to get a lot of different species. I will say right now, I am focusing a lot on dragons and insects. So I got a lot of those in my starting hand, so I decided to keep a lot of those so that I can try to get to this one as soon as I can. Once I do that, I'll probably try for the 5, and then that way I can get that pretty quickly, and then I'll be able to unlock my ability and start gaining victory points. So that is that. Everything else is pretty self-explanatory. I am going to take my turn. So, on a turn of Wondrous Creatures, we are either going to place a worker, you're going to play up to 2 cards from your hand, you can also achieve an objective, or you're going to take a recharge turn. So that's taking back all of your workers, doing a few additional things in order to kind of recharge and then get prepared for another kind of placing out of all of the things. So you're only going to be able to take 1 of those things each game. Fun fact, when I played this game for the first time, I taught it and I guess I missed a very important rule, which is that on your turn, you're picking one of these 4 different things to do. But I thought it was you did everything that you wanted to. So placing out a worker, playing 2 cards, achieving an objective, and then possibly recharging if you needed to. So we were doing everything on your turn instead of one thing on your turn. I'd been playing the game wrong for a while, not realizing you could take a card instead of the resource. That's another thing that is really hard to remember in this game, is the fact that whenever you place, you're getting everything kind of adjacent to where you've placed. And you can either take the resource of a habitat spot, or you can take a card of that like specific habitat, which is one thing that I often forget to do as well. Once we realized it, it made more sense. We were really struggling to gain enough cards before. Yeah. And like gaining cards in this game is very important. Yay, I made it. Just got home from taking the kids to the library. Victoria, welcome to the stream. Hopefully you guys had a wonderful time at the library. It has been a very long time since I've been to a library. All right, so I am going to be placing. I do start with one of each resource. And like I said, I kind of am gunning for this dragon/insect. So I think I'm going to try to get... I'm also trying to get lots of eggs. I feel like that's pretty important. So I'm going to take one of my Oh, I also start with a net. Everyone starts with 1 net, aside from the AI. I'm going to go here. I'm going to place here. If you place on top of an egg, you gain that egg. I'm going to place this here. Whatever you place on top of, you gain. So I'm going to gain 1 victory point. Boom. And then you get whatever is surrounding you. Aside from eggs, in order for me to gain this egg, because it's adjacent to me, I would have to use a net. I don't know what happened there with my voice. I would have to use a net to capture that egg. But I do get these 2 things here. So I get 1 flower. I am going to take it as the resource instead of taking one of these. I could take this one. And I also could take this one, which this is one of my favorite illustrations. Hello? Can you guys see it? It's not focusing. Of course it's not. There we go, baby. I love that card so much. I could actually take that. I could take any of them because I am also getting a wild resource. So I can take one of any resource, or I could take one of any of these cards. Because I'm kind of tempted to take that. All of these cards, aside from this one here, is a instant. This one is a energy one. Discard 1 energy above to take 1 card from the wilderness. And you get 2. That's kind of nice, actually. But do I want more cards? No, I don't think I do. But I'm going to take a resource of my choice. What do I need? I'm getting overwhelmed already. I'm going to grab a mushroom. And then I am going to use my net to get this egg here. Because then this egg is going to allow me to draw a card from here. And I am therefore, I think, going to take this card. The Owline. Because it also gets me a snowflake. So that gets added there. A new card gets placed out. And that is everything for my turn. So then it is now the AI's turn. They're simply just going to flip over one of these cards. Currently, right now, they are on the light beige part of their track. So that means we are looking at this side. But once they enter into this dark beige section of their track, we are going to flip over all of the cards and we're going to start using this here. So what's going to happen here is we're going to trigger everything here. So we are first, the AI is going to gain 1 of the cards from the wilderness that is the same type as the blue. which, let me show you guys, the blue. So they're currently focusing on the crustacean, I think it is, the red cards. So they're going to take a red card from the wilderness. And then they're also going to gain a few other things. So they're going to take a red card from the wilderness. They are going to take one that has the most snowflakes. They're always going to try to gain snowflakes because we're competing against them for that. But neither of the crustaceans have snowflakes. So it is a tie. There's 2 of them. So they are going to take the one that has the most victory points, which is here. They're going to take this, and it's just going to be face up for them. They're not going to gain any snowflakes. So we're going to flip this over. They are then going to gain an egg that matches that thing there, which I don't know why I put the egg so far away. So they're going to gain a crustacean egg. Boom. And then they're going to gain 1 snowflake. Boom. What a turn they had. Absolutely wild. So that's the AI's turn. It is now back to me. So pumped for Gen Con this year. I am very pumped to hear that you're coming again, Zypher. I'm pretty sure, have you pretty much been to, I just said pretty many times. You've been to a lot of Gen Cons. Did you go to Gen Con last year? I did not go to Gen Con last year, but very happy that I'm going this year. I was so ready for 7 p.m. to watch while I made dinner and forgot. P.S. Blue Jays won. I know you care. Oh my God. Everyone, the Blue Jays won, which I do care because they're Canadian. The Blue Jays are Canadian, right? Yeah. I had a minor panic attack for a second there that I had no idea. But the Blue Jays, I believe, are Canadian. This is how little I know about baseball. But that's awesome because it's Canada Day, and I love that they won on Canada Day. Ready for the magnetic crotch meeple action? Heck yes. If you guys do not know, this game, your little person rides one of the animals, which I am actually using. Oh no, I just dominoed my things here. Oh my gosh. Natalie enters chat and immediately everything goes haywire. Anyways, I'm using the really pretty, like, special meeples. I ended up picking up the crew set for this game, which I initially, when I got Wondrous Creatures, I got just the retail edition, and then there are 3 smaller boxes. There's the Gargantuan Beasts expansion, which I got from my wonderful friend Steph. Shout out to Steph. I recently purchased the crew set, which gives you more of like the creatures to play as, and then it also gives you like special abilities for your creatures if you wanted to play with that. I am not playing with those today. And then it also comes with a small box of the upgraded kind of deluxe-fied components that you would initially get with the Kickstarter edition of this game, which I just bought that the other day and it is coming in the mail very soon. So all of my eggs will be wooden. All of my trophies will be metal. When I discovered, or, you know, I knew in my heart that this was a very high up on my list game, but when I discovered how high it was up on my list, I was like, you know what, I'm going to get the deluxe fight components and make this game as nice as it possibly can be, because it's one of my favorites. Toronto Blue, oh, it's the Toronto Blue Jays. Oh my God, I feel stupid. I knew that. Just, I don't know, man. Helga entered chat. Yeah, I am very tempted to grab just the retail edition for now, but with the Kickstarter coming. Natalie, there's no Kickstarter coming. What are you talking about? There's no Kickstarter. Are you talking about the expansion? Because the expansion is already out. It's just a straight to retail thing. There's nothing. You should just get Wondrous Creatures now. Nah, it's not. It's just straight to retail. It just released today. I blame Helga. Her name is not Helga. It's Hilda. Wait, no. It was Hilga. Hilga, not Helga. Hilga. And then we switched it to Hilda because there was a Pokemon card. Anyways, I'm getting distracted. I'm sorry. Everyone's here like trying to watch me play the game. And I'm getting distracted. Okay. So, boom, boom. I could do that. Okay, so I do think I need more mushrooms. I also could use a net. How do I get a net? The only way to get nets is moving up the victory point track as well as refreshing, which I am most definitely not going to do that. But I think that's okay. The AI didn't place out anything, which is nice. You know what? I need to make sure. Okay. That's what I thought. So if there is a red kind of thing in the center, that means that they move up on their track. This one did not have that. So I'm going to place out, I need mushrooms. I could also just use something else. I will go here because we are trying to gain as many eggs as possible and we don't want the AI to get any eggs. So I'm going to grab this egg. That's going to get me one more victory point. And then I'm going to gain one green and one wild, which I could gain something from here if I would like. Don't really want that, so I think I'm just going to gain one mushroom. And then that is everything for me. Back to the AI, we're going to flip over a card. Boom. They're going to do a very similar thing. I promise you I did shuffle these cards. They are going to gain a card from the board here that is for either fish or amphibian, lizard, which we have boom, boom. Both of these have snowflakes, so it is tied. So they're going to take the one that has the most victory points, and they are going to gain that snowflake, and then they are going to gain an egg that matches that card, and they're going to gain another snowflake, which we'll just take a 3, put back the babies. That is that. Okay. So that's everything for them. Super easy. I appreciate when solo AIs are simple like that. I think I went back and forth. Miss H, sorry. Let's have a wondrous time. Sorry, folks. Sorry, everyone. Natalie is distracting. Helga is distracting. Okay, so I am going to, as soon as I can, try to play down some of these. I have some like ongoing ability ones, which are these blue cards. Basically, with all of the cards, there are 5 different types of cards. They are the blue cards that have the blue banner. These ones are ongoing abilities. So these ones I'm going to try to get out as soon as possible. We have the brown ones, which I've already explained, are the instant. We have the burgundy ones, which I have 2 of them. These are endgame scoring, so you're going to score those at the end of the game. There's also yellow cards, which are recharge cards. So whenever you take a recharge action on your turn, you're going to be able to activate all of your recharge abilities. And then you also have the purple cards, which are the energy cards, which are like this one here. Basically, it's going to tell you how many energy is going to be placed on that card. You're going to place these little energy tokens, and then you can at any time on your turn use those energy to activate the action on that card. So that is that. Okay. So it is now back to me. Like I said, I am going to play out some cards. I'm going to play out this one here first. This is one of the automatic or like ongoing abilities. It's going to cost me 2 fruit and 1 seaweed. This is one of the crustacean icons, so I have one of those. I just need 2 more in order to beat them to this. So I could actually do that, try to get some more crustaceans. But this is going to be an ongoing ability that each time I play a card that costs 4 resources or more, I gain its habitat resource, which is really nice. And I think I'm going to use or place my ongoing abilities up top, and then the rest of them I can put on the side here. So that's the first card I'm going to play. And then I think I am also going to, can't play either of those. I could play 2 mushroom or 1 mushroom, 2 of those. I don't really think it matters. I'm going to do this one here. This is just at the end of the game. 1 victory point per any insect in my reserve. So that's either eggs, hatched eggs even, or icons in my tableau. So that's going to be 1 mushroom, 2 flower. I am now broke. I have no resources. So that is everything for me. This only cost 3 resources, so sadly it doesn't trigger this, but I need to remember anytime that I play a card that costs me 4 or more. This one costs me 4. So if I play this one at some point, which I want to, that's going to get me a resource. So that is everything for me. We're going to go back to the AI. They are going to place out their normal little worker here. Basically, they're going to have some rules when it comes to where they want to place things. So in this specific thing with the expansion, they're always going to want to place next to an Aurora tile or as many Aurora tiles as they can because they're trying to take those away from you. And then it also has kind of its priority resource here. So it's wanting to place next to flowers as much as it possibly can, which sadly, I think I might have made it so they can't place next to a flower. Sorry about that. I think they're probably going to place where there's some wild. So basically here, priority, hexes adjacent to most Aurora tiles. We have no Aurora tiles out quite yet. We are going to zoom you guys back out so you can see the map. And then we have most target habitats, which we only have this one here and this one here. The AI never wants to place on a mountain space, so it's not going to go here or here or here. So it can't go to any of those spots. Next, it will be most total habitats. So I think it'll probably go to either here, here, or here. Most special icons, most eggs, and then player's choice. So this here will have 2 special icons. This here will have 2 special icons. This here will have 2 special icons. So that is still a tie. So then most eggs, none of them have eggs. So then it's just player's choice. So I can choose where they go. Definitely not going to place them here. No, thank you. We could place them here. Or we could place, I think I'm going to place them here. Because I honestly don't think I'm going to need 3 seaweed symbols. So I'm going to place them there. And they don't gain anything for placing. They simply, oh yes they do. But I believe it is just, please hold. It is just that they get a victory point for every matching habitat, which they are not next to a matching habitat. So that's nothing. They don't get anything. Yeah. Additionally, Tangent immediately gains 1 victory point per adjacent corresponding habitat to its captain. Well, maybe that doesn't happen for their normal one, because that's just a normal character. So I don't think it gains anything for a normal character regardless. Okay. So yeah, sadly they do not get anything because they couldn't get placed next to their wanted habitat, which was the flower. Additionally here, they are going to move on their track. So they're going to move up one space. Nothing's going to happen there because there's nothing there. So then we're going to move on to my turn. All right. So I still have my one here. I do have 1, 2, 3 of the 5 I need to complete this. I can play this one down, so maybe I just take this turn to just pay 1, 2 to play out this one here as well. This is, again, going to get me victory points for the dragon icons. So now I do have 2 dragon, 2 butterfly, and then 1 other butterfly here. So I do have 5 for this. So on my next turn, I'll be able to achieve that. So that's everything for me. I could play another card, but I cannot afford anything because I have 0 money. So that's everything for my turn. Back to the AI. We're going to flip over another one of these. They are going to gain a card. When do they gain cards? Because they gain cards additionally from, like, just from here, face down. But all of the cards that they're currently gaining are face up ones. So they are gaining victory points for those based off of the card. But if they gain a face down card, it's going to be 2 victory points, no matter what the card says on the other side. So with this one here, they are going to gain from the blue. So they're going to take a crustacean. The only crustacean that is here is this one, sadly. That's going to go placed here. A new one is going to come back out. Ooh, cute. A little spirit. And that's everything for them. They don't gain any snowflakes because they don't have any, or like there wasn't one above that card. And then they don't move on their track. So that's everything for them. It is back to me. Like I said, I do now have 5. So I'm going to take one of my little achievement markers here. I think I will, what am I trying to do here? I was going to get crustacean, so I don't really want anything from the wilderness currently, so I'm not going to take this one. I could get 2 resources of my choice, which I think I might actually do that. Yeah, I'm going to get 2 resources of my choice, so I'm going to take this one. This is going to go here. That's going to allow me to get 2 resources of my choice. I'm going to take 2 mushroom, 1, 2. Okay. And then I gain a trophy for completing that. So that's going to go here. And then because I've done my first thing, I'm going to be able to unlock my ability. And now going forward, whenever I place out my captain little worker here, I'm going to gain victory points based off of how many eggs that I have. So I already have 3. So when I place out my captain now, 0 to 3, I'm going to gain 1 victory point, which is pretty nice. So that is my turn. I didn't really get to do much, but I did achieve quite a bit. So it's back to the AI. We're going to flip over the next card here. They are going to gain the card that matches what they are going for here. So either fish or lizard. They have boom, boom. They're going to take the one that gives them the most snowflakes. So they are going to take this one. And they're going to take the corresponding snowflake. Flip this over. Ew, fish. So that's everything for them. Very simple. And then it is back to me, which I am obviously going to place out my captain. I'm going to place it here because that's going to get me 1 fruit and 2 seaweed. So I'm going to go 1, 2. And do I need that fruit? Because I could gain a card. No, I think I'm going to gain it as the fruit because I do need the fruit for my little owl card. This little cutie. Okay, that is everything for me, aside from the fact that I do gain 1 victory point because I have 3 eggs. So boom, that is everything for me. Hello, Reggie. How are you? How's it going? I am actually doing the mid-year board game tag, just to let you know. That's a video that I'm going to be filming tomorrow to have up on either Friday or Saturday. So very excited. Tyler and Ilya did it, and I'm very excited to do it as well. Hopefully you're doing well. I also watched yours, Reggie. Hopefully your wife and your baby are doing very well. I didn't know that you had a baby. That was a very big surprise to me. Congratulations. Howdy, first time watching a stream live. They're normally past my bedtime, but made sure I stayed up for this one. Been loving watching your previous streams, working my way through. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Zoe, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Hopefully you're enjoying. Wondrous Creatures was one of my favorites, so I'm very happy to be streaming it and very happy that you're here to watch it. And hopefully at some point you go to bed and get some sleep. Okay, so was that them? No, I did my turn. I got my victory point for my ability. I am the egg nurturer. That's so cute. So we're going to flip over the next AI card. It, again, is them taking a card that matches their focus for the yellow cog, and that is either fish or lizard. Fish, lizard, whichever one gives them more victory points, which is going to be this one. And then we're going to flip this over. Boom. That's everything for them. They didn't really do much. Well, actually, no, kidding. They are doing something. They're going to move, boom, here. They are going to take one of these, and they're going to place it out, which I quickly need to remember. The only thing about the solo mode in this is that there is quite a bit of, like, when they place something out, there's always like a list of priorities of how they're going to place things out, which I'm pretty sure this one here, they are going to place it on the leftmost hex that has an egg. And then the attention gets that egg. So we're going to go from the left, and we're just going to do a little up, down, and they're going to take this monkey. This is going to be placed here, and then they are going to gain that egg. That is everything for that. Yay, I'm excited to see your version. I'm very excited to film it. I've already prepped it all and we're ready to go. Answered all the questions. JJ, hello, welcome to the stream. It has been too long since I watched. Got a puppy. Oh my goodness, congratulations. That's so exciting. So busy, but I love this game. And of course, your content. Thank you so much, JJ. I appreciate it. And yes, Phoebe, aka PJ, is almost 6 months old at this point, and she's amazing. Oh, I love that so much. I love that her name is Phoebe, for one thing. That's the cutest name. And then also that her nickname is PJ. That's so freaking cute. I'm going to head to bed, but catch up later. Enjoy the rest of the game, folks. Thanks, Jenna. Thank you so much, Jade. Have a good rest of your night. Sleep well. All right. So the AI has placed out, they've gotten an egg, they've gotten their card. So it is now back to me. I actually don't have to as of yet. I really wish that I could get a few more resources, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. So, actually, I am going to be able to gain one resource, but sadly it's going to be one that I don't need. But I am going to place this one down. I'm going to purchase one card, or buy a card, or play a card, whatever you want. And this is going to cost me 2 seaweed and 2 mushroom. That does cost me 4 resources. So each time I play a card that costs 3 resources or more, I gain a resource of that type. So this card is going to get me a mushroom. And this one here is another ongoing ability that each time I discard a card, I gain 1 victory point. So that's very helpful. And then sadly, this one here I could play, but I would need a flower and a fruit. So that is not going to happen. So that is everything for my turn. And on my next turn, I am most definitely going to have to do a reset turn. So we are going to do the AI's turn quickly. They are going to place out their main guy here. They are going to prioritize going next to as many mushrooms as possible. So they are actually going to place here. That is going to place them next to 2 mushrooms, aka they will gain 2 victory points for being placed next to 2 mushrooms. I do believe that that is the best spot for them to go. They only gain eggs if they go on top of an egg, so they're not going to gain this dragon egg beside them. But they are going to move to their next spot here, which is going to trigger us to move up this track here. They are not going to gain the net. They don't gain any nets or resources. The only thing that the AI gains is cards, eggs, and in the expansion, snowflakes. So they're going to move up. We are going to trigger this here, which is we are going to bring out 1 of these cards. We're going to flip it over, and we are going to pretty much just do whatever is on this. So this is a terrifying hail, which we are going to add snowflakes to specific spots here. We are going to add snowflakes, place 1 snowflake on each snow field with a coral or mushroom habitat icon, and then all players will place a blizzard on. Place 1 blizzard on each of 2 empty habitats of the same type, then gain 1 corresponding resource. So we are going to be each placing out 2 blizzards onto 2 spots. So we'll do that. First thing we're going to do is we're going to add snowflakes. We're going to add snowflakes to 2nd, 3rd, and 6th. And then we are also going to add snowflakes to any mushroom or coral. So mushroom, coral, and coral. There we go. And then all players, starting with the person that triggered it, which is the AI. Let me quickly make sure I know what the AI prioritizes when it comes to placing out blizzards. Instead of placing blizzards on 2 habitats of the same type, Tingent places a total of 2 blizzards on the map following the priority below. It does not gain any resources for this effect. So step 1, place 2 blizzards on empty wild habitats. So they are most likely just going to place it on both of the wild habitats. And then I do believe that it is whenever they... The AI is going to gain victory points if they get rid of blizzards, basically. So the AI is going to place out 2 blizzards on, sadly, both of the wild. Okay, and then I get to choose 2 of the same type, and then I get to place 1 blizzard on each of 2 empty habitats of the same type. So I have to do it on 2 of the same habitats. So what do I need? I need either flower or fruit. I'm going to go on fruit. So I'm going to go fruit and fruit, and then I gain 1 of that coordinating resource. So that is everything for triggering the Winterfall card. That is everything for the AI's turn. Hold up. Did he even do this? Yes, he went out. He got victory points for mushrooms. Okay, and then we moved it up. We triggered that. It is now back to my turn. Do want to make sure everything is good. We're zoomed out. I am also going to do a pass. So what's going to happen here is we go through a few different things here. So you can recharge only when all 3 of your workers are out. So then you retrieve all 3 of your workers. So I'm going to bring back all 3 of my workers. And then advance the time tracker. This is actually going to gain us 1 net. And then we are also going to get rid or sweep all of those cards. And then additionally, we are also going to place out new eggs onto the board. So we are going to place onto all square spots on the board. Phoebe June, that's so sweet. I just watched your Edmonton vlog this morning. I want to visit Canada and meet all the awesome BG folks. You should, Reggie. That'd be so much fun. Also love that you've been watching my board game bestie, Iris. Oh, Crimson Board Games. I love her. She's actually, fun fact, going to be the creator that I'm going to shout out in the video that I'm filming tomorrow, the mid-year board game tag, because I love her. And I finally get to meet her at Gen Con, which I'm very excited about. All right, so we're going to add onto square spots. If there's any square spots that are already like covered up by things, they don't get added, sadly. So like there's one here, but we're not adding one there because he's there. Shoot, is that really the only square spots? There's only 2 square spots? That's wild. Absolutely wild. Okay. So we didn't really get too many, but that's fine. That's going to go off to the side. And then, like I said, we're also going to sweep all of these cards. Already tagged her, and yeah, breaks my heart. She's going to Gen Con and I'm not. Rest in peace. No, Reggie. But I'm mentioning her, not for like tagging, which I probably would have tagged her as well. But I'm mentioning her, I think like the last question is like shout out your favorite like content or podcast or whatever that you've been liking. And honestly, her content has been like the one that I've been watching most recently. I just wish more board game content creators did like chill board game content, you know? I want to see you just chill, play games, live your life. AKA more board game content creators, create vlogs, please. I love vlogs. They're just like my comfort video. Okay. So that is everything for, it's not everything because I need to put out new cards. Oh, these cards are all so pretty. It like really reminds me of like Pokemon in Pal World, which I have been getting a little into collecting Pokemon cards, which is not good, but it's a lot of fun. And this just reminds me of that, so love it. Okay, so we swept, we put out new eggs. I brought back my stuff. I don't gain anything as of right now. I don't have any recharge cards, so I believe that is everything for me. You discard down to a hand limit of 5. If you have any more than that, you do have to discard, but I only have 1. So we are good, and it is back to the AI. Flip over a card. They're going to move their main person. They are going to want to go beside the most fruit, which I believe the most fruit is this spot here. So they are going to go there. That means that they are going to get rid of both of those blizzards, which is great. But they are also additionally going to gain 2 victory points for being beside 2 fruit. So they're going to go 1, 2. And they're going to get rid of both of these blizzards. And I believe when they get rid of blizzards in easygoing, they're going to gain 1 victory point for each blizzard they get rid of. So they're also going to go 1, 2. The AI doesn't gain anything additional for the things on the victory point track. They simply just move up the track, which is very appreciative. So that is everything for their turn. They are additionally going to move up 1 space, but that's not going to do anything. And then that is everything. So it is now back to me. I will say I do need some cards. So I think what I'm going to do here, I would love to gain some more eggs, but I don't think it's going to happen. I've already gotten this, so I don't really need butterfly or dragon, but like I also am taking egg strats, so I think I'm just going to go here. This is going to allow me to gain 1 flower, which I need. And it's also going to allow me to take away this blizzard here. That means that I cannot take a resource here. I have to take a card, which is fine because I need a card anyways. And I am going to take one that will get me snowflakes. So I can either do this one here, which is discover 1 energy card, then gain 1 egg of its species. That one's kind of nice. Then there's also this one here, which is hatch up to 5 eggs, then gain 2 victory points for each of those hatched eggs. That's pretty nice too. Which I also totally forgot. I used this butterfly egg to get this achievement, so I do have to flip that over. Okay, I think I'm going to gain this lizard one here. I'm going to gain these 2 snowflakes for taking that lizard, and then a new card is going to go out. All right. A new thing in the game also is the discover, which basically allows you to search through the face down deck for a specific type of card, and you'll be able to gain that card, which is really, really nice. How's the expansion so far? Pretty sure I'll order it, but just curious what you think as someone who loves this game. Honestly, J&J, that's my friendly local game store. JJ, I personally enjoy this expansion. It just adds in a bunch of like small things, which I appreciate in expansions. It doesn't really change the overall like game, which I really like. So yeah, it just adds in a few more objectives that you're going to score at the end of the game, adds in a new species, adds in new cards, adds in new characters, brings in a little bit more. I will say that I really like the expansion for multiplayer more so than solo, because it doesn't really add in much more for the solo aside from like a little bit more like rules when it comes to where the AI is going to place specific things, so on and so forth. But in the multiplayer, it really adds in a lot more player interaction when it comes to the map, which I really appreciate. Because really there wasn't much player interaction when it came to the map. With multiplayer, you simply just went to spots that were open and you wanted to go to. Obviously, if someone takes a spot that you want, kind of sucks, but that was pretty much it. Whereas when it comes to the multiplayer with the expansion now, you have like the Aurora tiles that are going to be added, the blizzards. There's just like more going on with the map, which I really like, and they added a little bit more to it. So yeah. That's pretty much it. Time Roller, hello, welcome to the stream. I'm playing this on BGA right now. Heck yes. I am so happy that they added this game to BGA. I was very, very happy when they did that. All right, so that is everything for me. We're going to go back to the AI. They are going to move this to, they want to be next to the most, they want to be next to the most seaweed, which they are currently already there, but I think the next spot that has the most seaweed is here, and I don't believe that they get any victory points for just their normal worker, only the one that has the captain on it. So they're going to place that there. They are just going to block a spot for me, sadly, and then they're going to move up 1 space on their track here, which is fine. Nothing happens. That's it. Okay, so it's back to me. I don't know what I want to do, to be honest with you. What do I need here? I do need seaweed. I do have a net. I do already have those things. Okay, so I actually think that might be my best bet. I'm going to take this here. I'm going to place here. I'm going to gain 2 seaweed because I need 2 seaweed for this card. And then for the 3rd seaweed, I'm going to gain one of these 2. I think I'm going to gain this one just because it'll get me another snowflake. This card is so funny looking, but it's fine. So we're going to get that. And then I will use my net to get this fish egg. I'm going to place this here. That is going to get me another resource of my choice, which I do believe 2211. I do have everything that I need in order to play both of these. So I don't really know what resource I will need next. So I am just going to take simply a flower. Sure, that's that. That is everything for me right now. Back to the AI. We're going to flip. They're going to, new card comes out. They're going to take a card from the wilderness that matches fish or lizard. They're going to take the one that gives them a snowflake. That's going to be face up. And then they are going to move up 1 spot, which they will then take this one here. If they have 3 or less, they're going to take the bottom, but if they have 3 or more, they're going to take the top of this specific thing. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. They have 4 icons that are either lizard or fish. So they are actually going to take the top one here, which is not great. They're going to take a trophy. These are their face up cards. That is everything for them. And then their little cog here, which represents their kind of priority, is going to move over to this one. So they're going to start trying to go for this, which they might not be able to do because I don't think they have any of those icons. But they won't try to go for that until they hit that yellow cog icon again on their trek. So that is everything for them. They got an objective or an achievement. Rude. Thanks for the detail explanation. That sounds like my type of expansion for sure. Also, J&J works for me. I'm gonna call you J&J for now on. My favorite friendly local game store. All right. Back to me. Like I said, I think I'm going to play 2 cards from my hand. Both of these cards are only going to cost me 3 resources, so it's not going to use this, and it's not going to allow me to discard cards, so I'm not going to be able to trigger any of these, which is fine. But we are going to, let me actually kind of layer things here so I can do this. Do I want to do this first? I think so. What icon do I want? That is the question. I think, because I could eventually get crustacean if I get an egg that matches it. Okay, so I'm going to play this one first, which is the Owleen. It's going to cost me 2 fruit, 1 flower, and this is going to immediately allow me to take 1 card from the wilderness, then gain 1 egg of its species. So I think I'm going to grab... Ooh, what are the bird and primate? Have I played any birds yet? I just played a bird, so maybe I want to get another bird. Because at the end of the game, whoever has the most birds will get 8 victory points. Whoever has the most primates. I would ultimately like to take this one because it has 2 snowflakes, but I don't want that. So I'm going to take this. This one is going to then get me a bird egg. place that there, and then that's going to get me 1 victory point. And then we are going to purchase a second card. This one costs me 2 seaweed, 1 mushroom, and this is going to allow me to discover 1 energy card, then gain an egg of its species. So basically what you're going to do is just whatever energy card comes up first is going to be the card that I gain, which these are my cards in my hand. This is the one that I'm just playing now. So we're just going to flip cards until I get an energy card, which is the purple cards. So now we just get to see all of these cards go into the discard pile. That's so sad. So many yellow cards. Ooh, okay. So this is the first one here. It's the Pondier, which this one is going to get me a fish egg. I'm not going to complain about that. And that's going to also then allow me to get a card from the wilderness. So all of these are going to go into the discard pile. These ones go back onto the top. A new one comes out. This goes here because I've already used it. It's an instant. So that is everything. And then I gain 1 card from the wilderness. So I think... I do like endgame cards, personally. So actually, I think I'm going to take this endgame card, which is going to get me 1 victory point per instant card in your reserve. That's pretty good. We love to see it. All right. That is everything for me. I do believe that me discarding all those cards does not count as discarding a card. It has to have the discard card icon. So that is everything for my turn, I believe. What did I do? I played 2 cards. Both of them were energy cards. Or not energy cards. Instant cards. Which I do have to keep an eye on. This one here have 8 cards that are not instant cards. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 so far. I have another 2 in my hand here that I could work towards putting into play. So I'll have 6, so I'll need another 2 cards that are not instant cards. All right, that's me. Back to the AI. They're going to move their leader to a bunch of seaweed spots, which I don't believe they can place anywhere. Oh, the most seaweed they can place here. So they're going to place right there, and they're going to gain 1 victory point because they are beside 1 seaweed. Then they are going to move their person up 1 more spot. That is going to advance here, which we are going to place out Aurora tiles. Nothing's going to happen. They're not going to gain a net. They don't gain nets, but we are going to all place out an Aurora tile. So I believe the AI goes first because they're the one that triggered it. And they are going to place out an Aurora tile again with some priority. Aurora event. When the Tangent places an Aurora tile during the Aurora event, unlike players, Tangent draws an Aurora tile from the Aurora tile stack and places it on the map following the priority below. It does not gain a resource from the event. Typically, as a player, we do. Step 1. If there is a wild habitat on the map, place the Aurora tile on it. If there are 2 wild habitats, place the Aurora tile on the leftmost wild, which both of them are empty. So we are going to place their Aurora tile on leftmost, which is going to be here. The Aurora tile then has these little Aurora tokens, which basically tells you how many times the Aurora... Oh my god. The heck was that? I think a bird just hit our window. That scared the crap out of me. Basically, this token tells you how many times it can be used. So once one player has used it, this is going to get discarded. But this is a stronger ability. That is, you can flip over up to 5 eggs, which is pretty good. And I don't believe the AI gets anything. Like I said, typically as a player, you will gain a resource for whatever you cover up. The AI does not gain anything for that. So then me as the player also gets to go. So I'm going to take 2 and then I'm going to choose whatever one I would like. We either have one that has 2 uses, and whenever you use it, you gain 4 victory points. And this one here has 1 use, and this allows you to refresh a energy card. I do think I have an energy card here. This is discard 1 energy above to look through the top 3 cards of the deck, take 1 and place the rest in the discard deck. Gain the habitat resource of the added card. My only thing is I don't know if the AI would get to that token before me. So I think I'm not going to do that one. Oopsie. I knocked over my little thing. I am going to use this one. And whatever I cover up, I then get that specific resource. So what do I need most here that I'm not going to be able to get? And keeping in mind that I probably don't want to put it close to the other Aurora tile because the AI is going to want to go where there's the most Aurora tiles. So I think I'm going to place this. Do I need mushrooms? I don't really need mushrooms. Oops. Oh God. I'm making a mess. Yeah, I don't really need, I probably need flowers more than anything. So I think I'm actually going to place it here maybe, or I could place here. Let me go here. That will get me 1 flower. Oh, I do already have 1 flower. Maybe I will actually place it on, dang it. No, I'm going to place it on flower. But I think I'm going to place it on this flower. That way the AI can't get it until I move my people out of the way. And they will always prioritize the leftmost. So I'm being really, really strategic with my placement here. That might have sounded sarcastic, but it was not sarcastic at all. I'm being very strategic. All right, so that is where I'm going to place my Aurora tile. I then gain the resource of wherever I place it. So I'm going to gain a flower, and that's everything for the AI's turn. They moved that up. It is now back to me. So I am going to place my last, my captain actually. And I'm trying to figure out where I would like to place. I do now have 6 eggs, so I am going to gain 3 victory points whenever I place my captain, which is nice. Which one's here? Ooh, this one is pretty nice. This is discover 1 endgame card and gain 1 corresponding egg of its species. And gain 1 corresponding egg of each species icons. Oh, oh, interesting. I never actually realized that. I don't know if you guys ever realized that, but I guess all endgame cards have 2 species icons on them, whether it's 2 of the same or 2 different. Interesting. Okay, I'll probably work towards doing that then. Which would I be stupid to go get that Aurora? Because the AI is going to gain victory points if they are able to get Aurora tokens. Or like remove Aurora tokens. So maybe I'm going to take this here. I'm going to place it here. That will at least get me 1 seaweed token that I need. And then it's also going to get me a fruit. Just let me refresh this. It'll get me a fruit, which I could take this card here. Or I could take a fruit, which I probably should take a fruit. So let me take a fruit. And then I'm also going to take this Aurora token off. This is going to allow me to trigger this Aurora ability, which I'm allowed to flip up to 5 eggs over, which I'm simply just going to flip over one of them because I'm not going to flip over the others. I don't gain anything for that. It just allows me to then be able to use that butterfly icon again. And the Aurora token is then discarded because I used it. All right, I don't get what's underneath it. That is everything there. And like I said, I have 6 eggs, so I'm going to gain 1, 2, 3 victory points, getting me at the same spot as the AI. I took that Aurora token away from them, so now they can't gain it, which is good. And they can't go to this one yet because I'm here as well, but I'm most likely going to have to refresh on my next turn. Why is he there? Oh no. Why did I move him? Shoot, am I actually not able to go there? What happened there? And why did I move him? I don't actually think I'm able to go here. I think I moved him to place the Aurora there. Shoot! No, just kidding. I can't do what I just did. The Aurora is still there. Please hold. This man moved for some unknown reason, and I can't actually go there. I was like, what is he doing out in the water? Okay, so just kidding. Can't get seaweed, can't gain fruit, can't flip over that thing. I still gain the 3 victory points. I just need to find somewhere else to place. Dang it, that sucks, man. I guess I can still take it away from him. I just can't get the seaweed that I needed, which I guess is fine. I'm going to go here instead. I am going to gain 2 fruit. 2 fruit. I am going to take this away from him. I'm still going to be able to flip over my butterfly egg. Good Lord. What was I thinking? All right. I believe in a thing called love. Just listen to the rhythm of my heart. Random silence, thinking the stream paused. Why is he there? I was so confused. He was out in the middle of the ocean. Poor guy. All right. That I now believe is everything. But I did do this, so I need to take one of these. I passed this little microscope, not microscope. What is that? The things that the pirates use. Does anyone know? The thing on the back of this tile, what is that? It has left me. Okay, is there only one egg? No, there is this egg here. So maybe I will take that. Play a card. Draw 2 cards. I'm going to take, actually, you know what? We need some more flowers up in here. So I'm going to do this, which I am moving my person just so I can place this, but I need to move my person back. There we go. So then I get this spirit egg. That gains me 1 victory point. And now that is everything for my turn. We good. All right. Back to the AI. Spyglass. Is it called a spyglass? Anchor? I can't see. This is the icon. I think it is a spyglass. That's the old term for it. Yeah, Ree is correct. It is a spyglass. Oh, I wish it was that one. That one's good. The special ability on it is nice. All right. So the AI is now going to take their turn. Their last before I reshuffle their stack. They are going to place their non-person, and they are wanting to go to either an Aurora spot, which I took that spot from them, so can't go there. Sorry, and you also can't go here because I'm blocking it. Haha, sucks for you. But they're wanting to be next to as many fruit as possible. They could go here, or they could go here. I believe they are going to want to go here, because they're going to be able to get rid of this blizzard. So they're going to gain 1 victory point for getting rid of the blizzard. They are not going to gain victory points for the fruit, because that is just their captain, if I am not mistaken. And then they are going to move up 1 spot on their track. They are going to place out a little anchor here. They are going to place on the leftmost spot with an egg. They are going to gain that egg. So that's going to go here. They are going to gain that egg. All right, that is them. It is now back to me. Can I play anything? Two seaweed, 2 flower. Sadly, I cannot play that. Would really love to. This is 2 fruit, 1 mushroom. Cannot play that. 1 fruit, 2 seaweed, 1 flower. No, 2 seaweed. Okay, so I cannot play anything. So I am sadly going to have to refresh. So I'm going to take back all 3 of my workers here. I am then going to advance the time track. We are going to add eggs. I'm going to gain a net. We're going to refresh the wilderness and then discard cards that exceed 5. I have 4. And then activate all recharge cards. Unfortunately, I have no recharge cards. Okay. So let's do the eggs first. We're going to add eggs from the bag to all V spots. So we're going to add to this water space here. Move out of the way, sir. Ooh. We're going to add to this spot here. This spot here. This spot here. There are quite a few V spots. I believe that is everything. Was it a V? Nope. Was that? Nope. Okay. I think that's good. We are then going to get rid of all of these cards here. Discard those. Place out new cards. All right. And then, was that my turn? That was my turn. So it is now back to AI. We are going to shuffle. Trash talking the AI always. Hello, Ree. Or by binoculars, yeah. Hello, Ree. How are you? How's it going? Spencer, also hello. How's it going? I want to short on all of the moments the stream suddenly pauses and Jenna says, "What is that? Why is he there? What is that?" During the stream already. The bird, the random AI in the ocean, and the spyglass. Oh, so funny. Oh no! I actually should. Oh, I should actually try to make some shorts of moments during stream, because I do have some funny moments during stream. And I do want to start doing more short form content, so maybe that would be a good thing to do. I am going to be doing some short form content in July, which I'm very excited about. Alright, so new pile of cards. The AI is going to take their next turn, which they are going to go. Shoot! Dang it. Knew I shouldn't have moved. They're going to move their guy here. They are wanting to go to the spot with an aurora. That's always their main focus. It says priority hexes adjacent to the most aurora tiles, which this is going to be the spot with the most aurora tiles. Tiebreakers, or if no aurora tiles on the map. So they're going to go here. I don't believe, or maybe this does count. Shoot, does that mean that they would have gotten 1 more victory point? Maybe. Do wilds count for being next to what they want? Attention now scores points for adjacent blizzards and auroras. Oh, okay. Ouch. Just cracked my neck in a very weird way. Ow! The heck, man. Wild habitats represent all habitat types, so they always count as a valid target habitat. So they do gain victory point. So I do believe that they would have gained one for placing here because they wanted to be beside seaweed. So I do think that they have one more victory point. And then them placing here, they're going to gain one victory point for being beside this wild. And they are also going to take one of these Aurora tokens. And every Aurora token that they take off, they gain 3 victory points. They're going to gain 1, 2, 3. They don't gain what is on the tile, but they do gain 3 victory points for every Aurora token that they take off. So the moment that this man gets off this spot, this is where I'm going. Because I cannot have him getting another one. Not happening. Hello, Rory. Welcome to the stream. How are you? How's it going? It's going well, all the better for you having asked. Aw, no problem. Glad you're having a good day, night, afternoon, what time it is, where you are. I'm doing well, thank you. Wondrous Creatures is is on my shelf of shame. I really need to play it. You do really need to play it. It is fantastic. LOL, Jenna, what is happening this evening? LOL. Also, yeah, it's not too difficult to get shorts from already created content. A wee little trailer for the larger, longer video. Exactly. I do know that you do them, Natalie, and it's very fun to watch, so I think it would be fun to make. Okay, so that was the AI. How rude of him to get a lot of victory points. Not a fan. And then he is also going to move up 1 space on his track. We're getting close to him getting to the darker brown. So we're going to have to flip over his stack of cards to the more difficult side. Great. Okay, as for me, I need water desperately. I need water desperately. So I think I do have enough to play this. Except I need a mushroom, which I could get a mushroom for placing an egg there. I need 2 water for this. Have that, so I could play that one as well. So I'd have enough for those 2. This I would not have enough for, but I don't really need to play that one as of yet. Okay, so I think I'm going to do what I was going to do. That makes sense. We're going to go here so that I can get this lizard egg. That's going to allow me to get 1 resource of my choice. I'm going to gain 1 mushroom. And then I'm going to gain 1, 2, 3 of the water, the seaweed. And that's everything. Right? Right. That's everything. It is back to the AI. Please, I am in a weird mood tonight. Ooh, fantastic. He's going to move right off of this spot. So he is going to prioritize the Aurora. He's already on there, so he can't move to where he already is. So he is going to move to the spot where he can get the most mushrooms, which is going to be here. And then he's going to gain 2 victory points for gaining 2 mushrooms. And that is that, ladies and gentlemen. So he's also going to move up 1 space on his track. All right, that's it. And then I'm going to play 2 cards from here. I'm going to play another endgame scoring. So I'm going to play this one here for 1, 2 fruit and 1 mushroom. This is going to get me 1 victory point for every instant card that I have played. This also gives me 1 fish, 1 bird. You know what I really need to count up right now is if I have this one, which is 2 of 6 different species, which I don't think I quite have yet. But additionally, another one I'm going to have here, or I'm going to play here, is 1, 2 seaweed, 1, 2 flower. That does cost 4 or more, so I am going to gain 1 flower back because I gain whatever this card's habitat is because of this card here. And then I am going to be able to look to get the first endgame card, and I'm going to gain 2 eggs that are the same species as it. Come on, give me a good endgame. One that I'm already working towards. This feels like I'm opening a Pokemon pack. Ooh, 2 fish. So I'm going to gain 2 fish eggs. 1. If I can find any more fish. There we go. 2 fish eggs. Fantastic. This is going to go into my hand. Where is my hand? Is this my hand? That's not my hand. That was the cards. Is this my hand? That's my hand. There we go. These are going to go back here. I know I looked at them, but I did not intake any of the information. All right. And then this is going to play here. So I got 2 eggs of that. And then 1, 2. I gain 2 victory points. 1, 2. That gains me a net. Fantastic. And I do believe that that is everything for me. I do want to quickly count up. The only thing with these is I need to know what my objectives are, but I also need to know the icons. So I think I'm going to put these across the top. So currently right now I have 2 butterflies, 2 dragons, and I can use eggs. So I have 2 butterflies, 2 dragons, 2 birds. I have 2 lizards, 2 fish. So I'm very close to getting 2 of 6 different things. I just need 1 more. I will either need 1 more primate, because I have 1 primate. I could do 1 more spirit, or 1 more crustacean. Spirit, primate, crustacean. Okay. And I do have a primate here, so I could eventually play this one out, but we will see. Hello, I'm fine. My English is not so good. I am from the Netherlands. Hello, over there in the Netherlands. Your English is great. Thank you so much for joining the stream. I appreciate it. Gotta go, but thanks so much, Jenna. Just order the expansion after your awesome explanation. Thank you so much, JJ, for hanging out tonight. I appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoy the expansion as much as I do, and just Wondrous Creatures overall, because it is a fantastic game. Have a good rest of your night, JJ. All right. Additionally, I do want to count how many fish/lizards that I have. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I only need 5 to get this. So I might be able to just get that on my next turn. 3 and 3. I have 4 fish and 2 birds, so I just need 1 more bird egg, which is right there. Fantastic, unless the AI decides to take that from me, which would be a really mean. But that will actually get me that one. And then I have currently 5 cards that are not. So I need 3 more cards that are not instant. All right, so we're on a good track. So it is now the AI's turn. We're going to flip this over. Of frickin' course, man. Did I end up playing cards when I said that I should have taken this spot here? Idiot, Jenna. You're an idiot. You forgot. What was I doing? Because I got victory points. What did I get victory points for? Oh, I got victory points for gaining eggs. Okay, anyways. I did get my net. The AI is going to take this one, and they are going to, of course, go here. They're going to take away this Aurora tile. They're going to gain 3 victory points for that. 1, 2, 3. Boo. And it's just their normal worker, not their captain, so they're not going to get any victory points for that. But they are going to take the next spot with their blue. Ooh, so they are going to need crustacean. 3 or less, they'll take the bottom. 3 or more than 3, they will take the top. They have 3 crustaceans, so they are only going to take the bottom because they don't have more than 3. So they're going to take this. They're going to go to the bottom spot here. They're going to take the next trophy. And they are going to move on to this here where they are going to now prioritize spirits. Thanks. I need to tab or table it soon. I'll try to be more present again. Oh, you're totally fine, JJ. Have a good rest of your night. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. All right. So the AI took that spot there. Aw, JJ, thank you so much for the support. You are so nice. I really appreciate it. Thank you for being part of the Board Game Garden community. You are wonderful. And I look forward to chatting and chat with you more. Again, have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, so the AI took that spot. They went there. Oh yeah, because they moved that, they took that spot. I think we're good. So it is now back to me. Unfortunately, they took both of those, so I did not gain any victory points there, which is quite unfortunate. I do think that... No, I can't take either of these. The AI is going to prioritize this one, so that's fine. Because I'm not going to be able to get that one anytime soon. I'm going to need another 3 cards that are not instants. So I'll be able to focus on these more. I do think that... Do I want to gain this now? Because that's going to get me a trophy. There's 5 more trophies left. I think I'm just going to grab it now because I do have... Actually, no, because I want to get this first. So what I'm going to do, and I want to get this bird egg. So I'm going to go here. Boom. We're going to place this here to get me 2 victory points. 1, 2. I now have 3 birds, 3 fish. So on my next turn, I'm going to be able to do this one before I do this one. Because I do believe this one, I don't need to turn over the eggs. I could be wrong. I might have to check for that. But this one, if I do use the fish, I'm going to have to turn them over. Therefore, I'm not going to have them anymore. Because this needs to be unhatched eggs. Okay. So I got that. And I'm going to be able to get all of these resources, which is great. So we're going to gain a flower. Do I need that many flowers? I would say yes. So we're going to gain 1 flower. 2 fruit, unless I want to take this here. Do I need... I don't have any fruit right now. 2 of these do need fruit, so I think I'm going to get 2 fruit. And I get a wild, which... Don't need any mushrooms, so I don't need any of that. I have 2 fruit. I think I'm going to gain 1 seaweed. And then I'm not going to use any of my nets. So I think that is going to be everything for me. So it is back to the AI. Boom. They are going to draw a card from here that matches their new blue, which is a spirit card. There is a spirit card here, so we're going to go grab that. A new card comes out. Thankfully, they didn't have any snowflakes there, so they didn't gain any more snowflakes. I currently have 4 snowflakes. They have 5. So they are currently beating me when it comes to snowflakes, which is not great. But I believe I'm beating them for birds. And then I do have 1 primate. They have 1 primate. I think they might have... No, they don't have any primates. So we are currently tied for primates. Okay, so that is them. Yeah, they took their thing. They're not going to advance. So it is now back to me. 2 food. 1 of those. No, I am not playing cards. I am getting this objective here. Which, let me quickly check. Do I need to flip over cards to gain that objective? Or do I need to flip over eggs? You can complete this achievement if you have 3 or more unhatched eggs of 2 different species in your reserve. After accomplishing this achievement, hatch all 6 of the used eggs. Dang. Okay. So I am going to have to find a way to then unhatch the other ones. Or am I still going to have enough to gain this? Because if I use 3 of these, I'm still going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. And I do have these here. So I think I'm okay. So I am going to, for this turn, I'm going to go here. I am the first person to have 3 of the same. So 3 birds. 1, 2, 3 birds. And 1, 2, 3 fish. That will immediately get me a trophy. I'm not taking your trophies. Sorry, sir. Almost yanked your trophies from you. And then I also do gain 2 cards from here. I am going to take this card just because I want these 2 snowflakes to beat him out. And then I think I'm going to grab the primate one as well, just so I can possibly play that and get ahead of him with how many primates I have for the end of the game. Okay. That is everything for me, correct? Did that. It's back to the AI. Boom. He is going to take a card that matches his objective here, which is either dragon or butterfly. We have dragon, we have butterfly. He's going to take the one that gives him the most victory points, so he's going to take that one. There is no snowflakes left, which is pretty crazy. I think the next time that he gets a movement, which there's no movement here, so we're good. The next time he moves, we are going to have to switch over to the more difficult side of his cards, and also he is going to progress on that. All right, so that is him. It is now back to me. Do I want to buy some cards here? Or do I want to place out my captain to get a few more resources? Maybe use a net to gain a fish? Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I think I am going to go. Because immediately I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 11, so I am going to gain 4 victory points. I will go here. That's going to get me seaweed, fruit, and a wild. So I'm going to get mushroom, seaweed, fruit, because I don't need any more cards. And then I am going to use a net to gain this fish. And that's going to go here. That's going to gain me 3 victory points. 1, 2, 3. It's going to get me my net back, which is great. And then, like I said with this, I have 11. I do believe that this is immediately when I put it down, so I actually didn't have this fish at the time. So I have 11, so that's going to gain me another 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 victory points. Oh no, my fish are becoming misaligned. Excuse me, fishy. Get in your spot. All right. That is everything for me. So it's back to the AI. Ooh, they are going to move. So they are going to move this person first. They're going to go Aurora tile. There's no more Aurora tiles. So they're going to go somewhere that gets them the most fruit. This will get them 1 fruit. This will get them 1 fruit. Whatever spot will have the most special icons, I believe. So it's Aurora tiles, most target habitats, then most total habitats. Both of them are 3. Most special effect icons. This would be 2, this would be 3. So they are going to go here. Just block off that spot, and then that's everything. They are going to move forward once, which we are now going to reshuffle their deck, and then we're going to start using this side. And we are going to advance on the time track. They're not going to gain a net there, but we are going to get a Winterfall card. Boom. We're going to add some snowflakes. Ooh, we are going to draw an Aurora tile and place it on the butterfly net. Ooh, okay. There. And then also all players place an unmarked mountain tile on any unmarked plains and gain the resource. So I believe the AI is most likely, again, going to target the wilds. But first, we are going to place out Snowflake on 1, 3, and 6. We're going to place an Aurora tile on the net spot here. An Aurora token will be placed out there. This one is, you can play, I believe it's play a recharge card with a discount of 2. Ooh, that would be useful. Because I do have 1 recharge card that I could play. And then each player is going to place out an unmarked mountain. So the AI is going to, and I am going to. And then I gain an adjacent resource. The AI does not gain a resource. The AI, again, I believe is going to prioritize the wild. But let me just double check and make sure. Tingent places a mountain tile on the map following the priority below. It does not gain any resources from this effect. Place a mountain tile on the unmarked plain hex adjacent to a wild habitat. It has to be adjacent to a wild habitat. If multiple hexes satisfy. So yeah, they're not going to be able to place it adjacent here because I'm there. So they're going to place in one of these 3 spots. Where was I? If multiple hexes satisfy step 1, among those options, place it in the hex adjacent to the most habitats. Okay, so they're going to place it here. So they will place theirs here. That now makes this a little bit more expensive. And then I will place adjacent somewhere and get an adjacent. Pretty much every single one of these, or every single one, is a flower. Of course. Of course. I would have liked to place it adjacent to a flower, but I can't. Let's go. Let's go, girls. You know what? I'm going to go here. So this wild is going to be a little more expensive, but it's fine. And that is going to get me a wild. So I'm going to gain a flower. All right. That's everything for the winter card. That is everything for the AI. Like I said, for their next turn, we are now going to reshuffle this, and we're going to start using their more difficult brown side. Whoa! Jeebus. Oh, I've messed it up. And then I have to make sure this side is up. All right, so that is everything for them, right? Because I did not go yet. That was triggered by them. So it is now me. I have all 3 of my workers out, so I could do a recharge turn, or I could play out some cards. So I could also, what was I going to do? Do I have enough to claim this objective? I do have enough to, like, I'm pretty close to doing a lot of them. Well, aside from these 2. I don't think I have 3 crustaceans or 3 spirits. It seems like a difficult game to me. It is, like, it's not super difficult. There's a lot going on, but once you know the rules, it is fairly straightforward. Adding in the solo AI in the, like, solo game makes it a little bit more difficult just because you have to be doing stuff for the AI as well. But yeah, overall, the base game and just playing it multiplayer is fairly simple. Just a lot to think about. All right, so I do think I'm going to play a few cards just so I can get out some more of these from my hand. Do I have enough to play these? Yes, okay. I do have a lot of, whatever they're called, endgame cards, which I typically do have quite a few. Okay, so I'm going to play 2 cards from my hand. I am going to play this card here, which costs 2 fruit, 1 flower. This is another endgame card for fish, so I'm going to gain victory points for all of my fish icons, which if I can somehow flip over, well, actually, endgame scoring is for hatched icons as well. And then I'm also going to play this one here, which is 1 fruit, 2 seaweed, 1 flower. So that is 4. So I am going to gain 1 seaweed back because this card. And this is going to be my first energy card. It's going to add another fish to my tableau. And this is going to be my first energy card. So I am going to place energy on here. And then anytime during my turn, I can take off one of those 2 energies. Discard 1 energy above to look through the top 3 cards of the deck, take that card, and place the rest in the discard deck. Gain 1 habitat resource of the added card. So that's a good one. All right, so that is everything there. I now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards that are not instant cards. So I'm pretty close to getting this actually before the AI. They are going to get it in 2 turns. If I can play out 1 more card from my hand that is not an instant, I'll be able to do that before them. But it's pretty unlikely that I'll get it before them. But it's okay. I got this one already. I'll just need to do that one as well. All right. That's everything for me. It is now the AI's turn. Ooh, we might actually be able to do it. Holy crap. All right, so they are going to take a card from the wilderness that matches their yellow, which is either dragon or butterfly. There's only one butterfly. Comes with a snowflake. They will get this into their pile here. A new card will come out. That is a pretty cool card. And then they are additionally going to gain one more snowflake, of course. And they're not going to move. So that is great. Okay, so I do think that I'm just going to simply... Oh, I could try... No, because if I do that... Can I play this one? No, I am missing one flower. But I could use energy here to try to get that flower, play that card, and then hopefully, yeah, on my next turn I'll be able to play that card. It might be close, but I'm going to try. I'm going to use one of my energies to get the top 3 cards from the deck. I am then allowed to look at these and then gain a card, and then I'm going to gain the habitat. Heck yes. So I'm going to gain this card. It gets me the flower that I need, and I also get to keep this flower or this card. These 2 get discarded. I don't think this is... Maybe it does. No, I don't think this counts as discarding cards. I don't know. I never understand what is considered discarding, what is not. Where is... Please hold while I look up the instructions for this very specific card. This card is number 106. Gain 1 VP each time you discard a creature card from your hand. If you discard a total of 4 cards using the ability, you'll gain... When you perform a recharge action, discard access cards to meet the 5 hand limit. Effect also applies. Oh, it specifically says, note that Deepus, Pondire, which is the card that I'm using, and Swampus do not trigger the effect. Of course. I think I actually looked at that in like my last play of this as well. Because I think I also had that combination of cards. Okay, well at least I did gain the flower that I needed. That was just a free action during my turn. So now, with my turn here, I am going to play a card from my hand. I believe... I think I'm going to play this card. The lizard I already have 2 of. But that would get me 4 victory points when I recharge on another turn. I think I'll play the lizard. So this is my first recharge card. This is going to cost me 1 2 seaweed, 1 2 flower, and 1 mushroom. That costs me over 4, so I am going to gain 1 mushroom back for playing that card. And that is that. Boom. I now have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 cards that are not instants. So on my next turn, I'm going to grab this. Flip this over. The AI is going to move forward on here, but before we do that, he is going to take a spirit card. He's going to get another snowflake and a spirit card. Flip this up. He is then going to get another snowflake. I don't think I stand a chance, like, compared to him for snowflakes. That's fine. And then we're going to move this forward. He is going to place out one of these. On the leftmost egg, he will gain this dragon egg. And then that is everything for him. And then on this turn, like I said, most likely on his next turn, the next spot that he moves to is him achieving this objective. So I'm going to try or I am going to get to it first. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to go here. I'm going to get my third trophy. I'm going to gain 1, 2, 3 victory points. I will gain a net. And that is everything for me. Woo! I got it before he did. You suck, bro. That is me. Moving on to the AI's turn. Oh, wow. Okay, so he's just going to draw 2 cards. This is the instance where it's just going to remain face down. Every face down card that he has at the end of the game will be 2 victory points. So those will get him 4 victory points there. He does not move, so that is everything for his turn. It is now back to me. I am going to do a refresh turn. I only have 3 cards in my hand, so I don't have to discard anything. So we're going to take back 1, 2, 3. We're going to advance the time tracker. This is going to get me another net. Sadly, I cannot get any more nets, so I just get 1 victory point. And then I have to wipe, and then I have to wipe the wilderness. And then we're going to add more eggs from the bag to all of the triangular spots. So we're going to add 1 here, 1 here, 1 there, and 1 there. I believe that is all of the spots. Perfect. We're going to wipe those and then discard down to 5, and then I get to do my recharge, which I get 2 victory points for every ongoing ability card that I have. I have 2 of those, so I gain 1, 2, 3, 4. So I get to place out a one of these, which I think I'm going to do this one because I want to grab this spirit egg. That's going to just go on the side here. That gains me another 1, 2 victory points. We're probably getting pretty close to the end here because I'm going to get 1 trophy here. I also, I believe, now have this as well, so I'm going to be able to get that. I have this one, so I'll be able to get that. Yeah, it's going to be pretty quick. The AI is also going to take 1, actually, on its next turn, or its next movement, so yeah, we're most likely going to finish soon. All right, and then we're going to take all of these, refresh. Oh, that is such a cute card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right. Okay. And then I did place out this. I think that is everything for my turn. I did a little refresh. Back to the AI. He is going to place his guy here, somewhere that gets him. Oh my God, sir, why are you falling off? A place that gets him the most victory points beside fruit. There's no, oh, there is. And he is now, because we're on the brown side, he can place on mountains. And he is going to want to go somewhere that gets him first the aurora and then the fruit, like I said. So he's going to place here. He doesn't have to pay for placing on mountains. He is going to take this aurora spot, sadly, which is going to get him 1, 2, 3 victory points. This aurora will get discarded. And then he also gets 1 victory point for being beside this here. So 1, because it's wild. And then he is going to draw 1 card and place that in his face down stack. Hi, Kim. Welcome to the stream. Watch streak reached. Heck yes. Kimmy is currently on a 3 stream streak. Yes. Hello, Kim. How are you doing? how is your Wednesday? How's your week going? Okay, so the AI is then, of course, going to go here. He is going to put his objective. Because I already took the top spot, he's just going to take the next spot. He's going to move his cog to this spot here. He is going to gain his third trophy, or their first trophy. And that's everything for them. Okay, so things are going quick here. He is going to put another one and take another trophy on his next turn or his next movement. So I should probably, oh, dang it. If I trigger the end of the game, so if I take the last trophy, the AI gets one more turn. If he takes the last trophy, it ends immediately because I'm the first player. So do I just put it off for 1 or 2 turns and risk it? Well, I guess, yeah, because he's going to have 2 more movement before because the first movement he's going to take 1. Second movement he's not going to. So I do still potentially have a few more turns. I can't really play any more of these. I guess like in order to possibly have the most primates. How many primates does he have? He has 1. And then no other primates here. So they currently have 1 primate. I have 1 primate. But if I can play 1 primate from my hand. If I play 1 primate from my hand, that will get me the most primates. Because this is primates that are flipped or unflipped. So even if I need the primates to get this, I'm doing a lot of thinking right now. A lot. A little bit too much. Why am I like this? This is activate 1 recharge card in your reserve, then gain 1 egg of its species. That would be pretty nice. So I just need 2 seaweed, 1 flower. 2 seaweed, 1 flower. How do I get that? I don't really think there's a way for me to get that. I guess I could try to get one thing with this. So let me do that. So on my turn, I'm going to take an energy off of here. I'm going to look at the top 3 cards. Boom. 2 seaweed, 1 flower. So I at least can get 1 seaweed with this. These 2 get discarded. This actually also just added a 3rd possibility. This one will get me the best. So, is there somewhere that I can go that gets me a flower and a seaweed? Yes, there is. Here. So let me take my captain. I'll go here. I will gain 1 seaweed, which additionally I will gain another seaweed because I used the pondeer. And I get whatever the card gives me. So I got 2 seaweed, the 2 seaweed that I need, and then the wild, I will get a flower. And then I also gain a fruit. Dang it. I'll just gain the fruit here. And then I could potentially... Is it even worth it for me to even try to get more snowflakes? Probably not. Do I need any of those eggs? I think I'm just going to keep my nets because I think I gain victory points for nets at the end of the game. So then I placed out my captain. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I gain 5 victory points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I gain a trophy. Shoot. That means the AI, if he moves on his next turn. I haven't actually taken my turn yet. I will say. I only did the pond deer. So I could on this turn. No, I already did take my turn. Shoot! No! Dang it. Is that okay? I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Because I placed out my captain. Got stuff. I guess that's my turn. Because I'm not going to use any of my nets. Alright. That's everything for me. Let's just pray and hope that... Why am I in such a weird mood today? Let's just pray and hope that the AI does not move. Please, Lord, let him not move. Dang it, he is going to move. No. That makes me so sad. I'm not going to be able to take a turn because this like immediately ends the game. All right, so they are going to take what they're blue. So they're going to take a spirit card if there is one, which there is not one. So they will then, I believe, take the card. What if there is not a card of their desired type? I believe they take the card that gives the most victory points. If there's no cards that meet the conditions, Tangent draws one card from the creature card deck and places it face down. No. If multiple cards in the wilderness meet these conditions... No. Multiple cards do not. So then if there are no cards that meet the conditions, Tangent draws one card. Okay, so they're just going to draw one card from here, place that in their face down pile. They also additionally gain one snowflake, which is fine. They're going to beat me anyways. And then sadly, they are going to move one spot. They are going to achieve their objective here, which actually, if they don't have more than 3 dragon and butterfly, they don't get to place there and they don't get to do anything. So there's still hope that they might not be able to do that. They do have dragon, butterfly in eggs. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Dang it. They literally have 4. That's stupid. They're going to go here. This cog gets discarded because they did achieve their last yellow card. They do get the last trophy. No! Shoot, maybe I shouldn't have placed out my, this one. Would that have changed things? I wouldn't have gotten 5 victory points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there still would be 1 trophy left. So just kidding, guys. We're taking this back because that makes me feel bad. And you know what? It's a solo game. And we don't want to feel bad in a solo game. So I'm just going to say I placed out that instead of my captain. Because my captain made me gain 5 victory points, which took that trophy. And I don't want that to happen. So the AI took the second to last trophy. It is now back to me. This makes me feel better. The only thing now is, no, Jenna, you do not push it off any longer. We're going to do this objective here, which is going to get me the trophy that I got before and 15 victory points. So that's a heck of a lot better. So this is, I need 2 of the same species of 6 different species. No. It's a good thing it's a solo game and I get to decide if I can take back things. Which some of you watching this might disagree with that, but I personally, as a solo gamer, will do things that make me happy, and I don't want to end this game being like, oh, I should have done that, because I can do it, because I'm playing solo, so it doesn't matter. All right, so I need 2 of 6 different things. So I have 2 butterflies, 2 dragons, 2 fish, 2 birds, 2 lizards, and 2 spirits, which I do have to flip these ones over. The rest of them I have just in the cards, so we are good. Butterfly, dragon, fish, bird, lizard, spirit. All right, so those are all there. I am going to activate a recharge ability. I'm going to place this here. I'm going to take the last trophy. This does mean that the AI does get one more turn, but I think that's fine. And I do get to activate my recharge ability. That gets me 1, 2, 3, 4. Sadly, if you gain a trophy on the victory point track and there's no like trophies left, you don't gain it, which is a little bit sad, but whatever. All right, so I triggered the end of the game. And I believe that is everything that I can do on my turn. I just achieved that objective. The AI is going to go. Oh, you know what? I totally could have put off this, but it's fine. Because the next time that they move, they are simply going to an empty spot. But then they could move one more time. Yeah, they would have moved one more time. So I wouldn't have had time to play cards and then do the objective. I don't think. Maybe I could have. Doesn't matter. Anyways, we are going to move their person. They're wanting to go, their captain wants to go somewhere that gets them the most seaweed. So they are going to go here. That means they do get 1, 2, 3 victory points. That is the spot that gets them the most, so we're good. They are going to draw 1 card, place it in their face down pile, and then they are going to move 1 space to the next spot. And then that is the end of the game. A beautiful woman to talk about a beautiful game. Hugs from Brazil. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Hello in Brazil. Louis, welcome to the stream. All right, so that is everything for the game. We are now going to go into the endgame scoring, which there is quite a bit of endgame scoring, but not too much. So I will go to endgame scoring. So once the game concludes, you calculate your score the same way as a multiplayer game. Contingent score is calculated in the following order. So we're going to go and we're going to do the 3 projects first. So you guys might think this is painful. Just don't look. I'm bending the rule book just a little bit, but it's fine. Excuse me. So we're going to do bird first. Whoever has the most bird icons. This is even counting your hatched eggs as well. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 birds. The AI, I believe, has no birds, which is fantastic. We'd love to see it. No birds for the AI. So I am going to get 8 victory points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You don't get any of the additional things in final scoring. So I have 8. The AI has 0 birds, so they don't get anything. If you don't have any of the icons, you don't even score the second place. And then as for monkeys, I believe we both have the same amount. I have 1. The AI has 1. They don't have any cards with primates, so we both have 1. So I believe we tie, and if there is a tie for the projects, I believe we add up first and second and then divide by 2, but I could be wrong. In case of a tie, all players receive the points for the next lower rank. Okay, so we each gain 3 victory points. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That is for monkeys or primates. AI is going to win the snowflakes, so they gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I get second place. I get 1, 2, 3. That is everything for the projects. Tingent does not activate any endgame cards, but if they do have any endgame cards in their face-up pile, they're going to gain 5 victory points per face-up endgame scoring one. If they don't have any, thank God. That's awesome. Damn, came in too late. Was trying to learn this game too. No, Yama, I'm so sorry. Hopefully you'll be able to go back and watch the stream once it is up as a video, and hopefully that will help you learn the game. Oh, I got here too late too. Hope it's been a fun game. Belle, welcome to the stream. It has been a very fun game. We're just doing endgame scoring now, and I think I did decently well. the more that I play this game, the more that I do get better at it. I did go up one difficulty with the like solo AI, but I think I could have even done the next one, but I might be speaking too early because they do gain quite a bit of victory points. So Tinjin does not gain any victory points for the endgame cards. I do gain stuff for endgame cards, so we're going to do that. So I gain 1 victory point for every butterfly icon that I have in my reserve. So I have 1, 2. I will say that I put down all of these endgame objectives and then I completely forgot about them. So I think I only get 3 victory points for this because I only have the 2 here and the 1 here. So I have 3 victory points for butterflies. 1, 2, 3. And then we have dragons, which I have 1, 2, 3. Another 3 victory points. So we're at 53. I get one of these 50 victory point tokens. I gain 1 victory point for each instant. I only get 3 for that. I did not do well with my endgame. 1, 2, 3. And then lastly, I gain 1 victory point for every fish icon. I feel like I did a little bit better with this one. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 victory points for my fish. Thank goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Was that correct? Yeah. Okay. So those were all 4 of my end game. And then ending scores on all face-up cards. So I am going to count the solo AI's cards. They have 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 victory points. So they are going to be at exactly 50. So that is their endgame cards here. I also gain victory points. So I have 3, 5. None of the endgame give you anything. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I get 13 victory points. 1, 2, 3, 28. All right. Ending score. Okay. So ending score for these. So Tingent gets 9 plus 6 is 15, 27, 39. So they are all the way up to 39. They also have a 50-point victory token. And then as for mine, I actually got all 3 of these. That's pretty awesome. So that's 45 plus 6. 45 plus 6 is 51. So do I just go up 1, gain of 50? Beautiful. And then we each get victory points for our trophies. We each have 4, so we each get 12. So I'm at 30, 41, and they are at 1, 2, 51. So they also get a 50 victory point token, which technically, actually, we can just flip these over because they're also 100s. And then the AI gets 1 victory point for each collected egg. I do not get that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 victory points. And then according to your level, they gain victory points for their face down cards. So because of my level, I have the easygoing Tingent. They get 2 victory points per face down. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 victory points. They're at 116. I guess we don't get any victory points for leftover nets. So I could have, I guess, gotten more stuff. Hello, Legends! What do you think of the expansion? I quite enjoy the expansion. I talked about it briefly during the game, and I don't know if you were here or not. I'll watch the VOD later. Sounds good, Belle. Hopefully you enjoy. Legends, how are you? How's it going? Okay. What was I going to say? I'm gonna actually talk about the expansion in a second. I just want to make sure that I have everything finished and we have the final score. I believe that is everything. That's everything for the AI. For normal endgame scoring for a multiplayer game, I believe I have also finished everything. Endgame scores. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, 1 victory point for every 4 resources and or butterfly nets. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I just gained 2 more victory points. Okay. So that is the end game score. So I beat the AI by quite a bit. I'm feeling pretty good about myself right now. So I have 143. The AI has 116. So, you know, actually pretty close of a game. But I still did pretty good and I feel pretty good. All right. So what do I think of the expansion? I kind of already mentioned. Thank you so much, Ree. Please talk about what does the expansion bring and what you liked most, and if the game as a whole is, in your opinion, a great experience. So yeah, basically my impressions of the expansion, which is the new Winterfall expansion. First off, I will say that Wondrous Creatures, I already said this a little bit earlier in the stream, but Wondrous Creatures is pretty high up on my list of my favorite games. I'm still working on my top 100 games of all time, and Wondrous Creatures is pretty high on that list, and I'm really excited to share with you guys where it is on that list. But yeah, I've been loving Wondrous Creatures. It is a fantastic game. It has everything that I really enjoy in a game. The different like card combinations I love, set collection, a bunch of goals that you're working towards, fun card abilities, the worker placement with getting the resources, a little bit of resource management there. And what the expansion adds into it is just more of what you already love with Wondrous Creatures, with just a few added things that really change up the game, but don't change up the rules too much, which I really appreciate. So all of the things that are added into the game really just add things that are just kind of here and there that, again, don't really add any more complexity to the game. It adds a little bit more to the solo game in particular when it comes to the solo AI and like what it prioritizes for placing things out. But when it comes to the multiplayer game, it adds in a lot of great stuff. Also, it additionally adds this great stuff to the solo mode. But the solo mode, like I said, it just adds in a little bit more complexity to what the solo AI is doing. But overall, in general, it adds in the different variety for the objectives that you're going towards, which I really, really like. That's one of my favorite things, is being able to, I don't know if you guys saw, let me zoom you in here. It really adds in variation because these can completely be like mixed up every single game. So it's all like always going to be a different game in what you are focusing on, what is like put together, what things you're kind of going towards at end game, what you're going towards for during the game. And then, like I said, also it adds in that new species, adds in a few small things that are going on in the map. So you have like the blizzards that you're adding. You also have the auroras that you're adding to the map. You have the wild tokens that you're adding. You have the mountains that you're adding. So it really does add a lot to what is happening on the map, which I really appreciate because I found that part to be a little bit not boring, because it is really important when it comes to gaining the resources that you need to play the cards. But it felt a little bit boring, the map and placing out your workers, compared to what was going on with the cards that you were playing in front of you. So I really love the like card play in this game, but I feel like the expansion added more to make the map just as exciting as the card play, if that makes sense. So yeah, hopefully that gave you guys a good kind of feel of if you would like the expansion or not. I would say that if you enjoy Wondrous Creatures, I would say that you're going to enjoy what is added with this expansion. And I do believe that it's like $40, the expansion. The expansion box is the same size as the board game itself. And for $40, I feel like that's a really good deal. In your opinion, is it understandable that many compare it to Everdell, or is it somewhat of an unfound comparison? Personally, for me, Louie, I would not compare Wondrous Creatures to Everdell. I am really sad to say, but I'm kind of over Everdell, and this is so much better than Everdell to me, just because personally I didn't love in Everdell that you didn't have to pay attention to what was in everybody else's tableau, but you were kind of like wanting to pay attention to what was in everyone's tableau, because you could yourself potentially place your workers on other players' cards. And if you didn't pay attention to what they had in their tableau, you would then like kind of miss out on things and like different places that you could place your workers. So I didn't really love that. It just had too much going on and too many things that I would have to pay attention to. If I was playing a 4-player game of Everdell, I was having to pay attention to what is like in everybody else's tableau. Whereas in Wondrous Creatures, you're just paying attention to your tableau. There is a lot more player interaction when it comes to the map. You also have all of the different objectives, which the objectives in Everdell I personally didn't like either, just because they were kind of all over the place. Obviously, there were the objectives where you had the set collection of the different types of cards that you were trying to get in order to get that specific tile. And then there was also the objectives where you needed very specific cards in order to get those objectives, which those ones always seemed very, impossible for me to get. Like the like top of the tree objectives where it was like, oh, you need this card and this card, and then you can get this objective. Those I never got in Everdell. But this is me talking just about the base game of Everdell. I have never really went into all of the other Everdells. I'm sure some of them are really good. Some of the expansions that you add to Everdell. But me personally, I really, really enjoy Wondrous Creatures, and I feel like it is a better game to me personally. But that, again, is just my personal opinion. I don't think they should be compared. They're very different games. Yes, there is tableau building and worker placement, but they are two very different feeling games to me personally. This is a game that's slated to arrive in Brazil at the end of the year, and I'll definitely buy it. Congratulations on their videos. Thank you so much, Louis. I really appreciate that. And hopefully you enjoy Wondrous Creatures. Like I said, personally, this is one of my favorite games currently, and so I think you will really enjoy it. So yeah. My best game I will play is Everdell. What is... Oh, is that the like emerald one? I'm doing good. I just bought a game you recently showed. I got Three Sisters Harvest Edition. I need to take down Farmer Edith. Yes, Legends. That's awesome. Yeah, hopefully you have fun with Three Sisters Harvest Edition. I've been really enjoying it as well. Big take. I'm not the biggest fan of Everdell anyways. Yeah. I really enjoyed Everdell when I first got it. Francis and I got Everdell pretty early on when we started getting into board games. It was kind of Everdell and Wingspan were our first kind of forays into heavier games. So those were our next step games, and we played Everdell quite a bit. I enjoyed it the first 10 times that we played it, and then it kind of just started to become not a game that I enjoyed, just because I started to discover other games that I just liked better than Everdell. Everdell is absolutely beautiful. I find it to be a really good game for, again, that kind of next step into board games. If people really enjoy Everdell, then that whole world of Everdell is very expanding, and I love that they're doing that, and I love that they're making a bunch of different types of Everdell. Sometimes I think that it's a little too much, and like I think we have enough Everdell, but they are doing that really cool, like in the Everdell world with like all of the different directions and the different Everdells. So I think it's cool. I did try Everdell Silver Frost. That one was pretty fun. But it did, again, just feel like a slightly different version of Everdell. But yeah. Seeing it played again, just too hard to not want this one. Now I must search to see if it's still in stock anywhere. I do think that I saw it in stock. I think it might have been on 401 Games, Natalie. I could be wrong, but I just recently bought the deluxeified components for this game. They haven't arrived yet, but yeah, I purchased that the other day just because I love this game so much. I mean, you still have to pay attention to other people's tableaus going after the same objectives as you. Very true. So yeah, Kim has a good point. When it comes, you do have to still pay attention to other people's tableaus, but the difference is that in Everdell, you are having to like try to read the fine print on people's different like worker placement spots in their tableau, whereas the way that you have to pay attention to people's tableaus in this game is you are simply just looking over and counting how many icons they have of specific things. Which again, I guess you do that in Everdell as well, because you're trying to get those objectives before them, but you are also looking at their cards for those like worker placement spots that they have, which granted, you don't have to do that like super often unless someone has those worker placement spots in their tableau. But yeah, I appreciate in this one that you just have to go and look and like count the icons, which is not too bad. I don't think they really compare. Yeah, I agree. Thanks so much for the overview. You're welcome, Ree. Me too. Everdell and Wingspan are my two intro bigger games, and also Descent 2nd Edition. Oh wow, that's a big one. This game made my top 12 new to me in 2025. I did play 135 new to me games last year. That's a big award. Top 5 out of 135. I probably would agree that I probably played around the same amount, and I believe that Wondrous Creatures, I think it was Wondrous Creatures 2024 release. So I think I would have put it in my top games of 2024, and I believe it was obviously in the top. Ooh, you play a lot of Finspan? Very nice. I personally don't love Finspan. I think Finspan is my least favorite out of the 3. I think it goes Wormspan, Wingspan, Finspan. But I think it's just because I don't love fish-themed games. And also I just like the, like, going through, like, the rows. That, like, the column thing in Finspan just weirded me out. Yeah, it was a 2024 release, but I got to play it in 2025. Yeah. So I would have put it in my top 2024, and I'm pretty sure it was like in my top like 3, if not even my top game of 2024. I could be wrong. It might have been, did I really put River of Gold? I'm really interested in this now. Where is my cell phone? Please hold, everyone. This is a long stream because I've chatted a little bit at the end, and this is a pretty big game. But I do really want to know where I put this in my top 24. Top board games of 2024 board game garden. Let's see where I put this. Jesus, Jenna, how many freaking games? Best of 2024. My top heavier games. Oh gosh, I hate hearing myself talk. Wow, really, Jenna? So my number 1 for 2024 was River of Gold, and then my number 2 was Wondrous Creatures. Spoiler, I think those have switched. But I think that's just because I can play Wondrous Creatures solo, and I cannot play River of Gold solo. Anyways, thank you all so much for hanging out. I'm going to switch back to this. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. I appreciate it very, very much. Hopefully you have a good rest of your night. Again, huge thank you, Bad Comet Games, for sending over the review copy of the wonderful Winterfall expansion for Wondrous Creatures. I appreciate it. If you guys are interested, this expansion, Winterfall, is available now. You can go purchase it on the Bad Comet Games website. It'll also be available in retail on your favorite online game stores, in stores and retail at your friend and local game stores. Definitely keep an eye out for it. If not already, you might already have it in your friend and local game store. I don't know how that works, but anyways, definitely go and check it out. If you guys like Wondrous Creatures, definitely go and check it out. I appreciate you all so much. Have a good rest of your night. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys in a later video / later live stream. I believe I most likely will have a live stream next week. Hopefully I'll have time to do one of those. And yeah, I'll see you guys in videos and live streams. Bye, friends!